Today we're beginning a new section about document classification with a newsgroup dataset. In this section, we're going to take a look at number 1, understanding the origin and features of the 20 newsgroup datasets. Then we talk about loading the newsgroup data and extracting features. And then how we can build a document classification pipeline using the pipeline feature in Scikit-learn. And then creating a performance report on the model on the test sets. And then finding optimal hyperparameters using grid search. So in this video, we're going to understand the origin and the features of the 20 newsgroup datasets. In this video, I want to first explain what is document or topic classification, and now show you how we can figure out more about 20 newsgroup datasets. So topic or document classification involves getting a bunch of documents and using a machine learning model or using a natural language processing pipeline to determine what topic or category is that article talking about, right? So is this a news article about sports, or is it a news article about politics, right? Or maybe it's more of a general article about sports or a general article about politics. The concept of how we train these topic classification models is we find a data sets where we have enough examples of each topic. So for example, we go to the BBC website and we download all the sports articles of the day, and then download all the music articles of the day, and then download all the politics ones and foreign affairs, etc. And then we use this data because we have examples of like what each topic is. We then feed it through a machine learning model and let it distinguish from the words and the phrases and the 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 grams, what is topic of the article at hand. So that's document and topic classification. So obviously this has more applications than just guessing the topic. Anytime you need to derive a tag or a value from the meaning of some text, then you're doing document classification. Now let's look at the 20 newsgroup datasets. If we Google 20 newsgroups, then this website comes up. So the newsgroup datasets is a collection of 20,000 newsgroup documents, partitioned nearly evenly across 20 newsgroups. So as we said before, each newsgroup is a topic. So within the newsgroup, they talk about a certain thing. So then we have about 1,000 examples per topic. So then it allows us to very easily find enough examples to feed into our natural language processing pipeline. So this data is organized into 20 different newsgroups, each corresponding to a different topic. Some of the newsgroups are very related to each other. So for example, in IBM.PC.hardware is obviously related to Mac.hardware. But then now that's like slightly less related to things like miscellaneous for sale or religion. So this is the full list of all of the topics, and you can imagine that something like automobiles has a much different lingo, or people talk about very different things than computer graphics. But then things like Windows and Windows miscellaneous, they probably talk about similar things using similar words. So you can expect that the machine or the machine learning model would have a harder time distinguishing between MS Windows.miscellaneous versus Windows.x. We can then see how we can download the 20 newsgroup datasets. So we download this as a tar.gzip file. And like the movie review datasets, they provide some of the post-processed documents for you as a convenience. So that's all there is to it. So I've talked about what is document or topic classification. And number 2, I've talked about what is the 20 newsgroup datasets. So the reason why we spend yet another video talking about and browsing the web for how our dataset at hand is created is because, as I can't stress enough, understanding where the data comes from, how it is collected, and how it is processed really does help you create better natural language processing pipelines. And that's because what we're doing essentially with natural language processing is we're trying to use a statistical model or a particular model that models the way the dataset behaves. So we need to do this effectively. We need to first understand what the dataset looks like and how it is collected before we can find the right model to model how the dataset behaves.